Good morning, juniors. It's Wednesday, April 28th, and our morning meeting today is going to talk about how you officially request letters of recommendation to your teachers. Just want to name this is a really exciting time. You guys are going to start working your college essays in a couple weeks. You're starting to ask your teachers for letters of recommendation. So take a hold of all these opportunities, just like this person takes hold of that wonderful Pepsi. So, in junior seminar last week, we talked about filling out your letter recommendation and brag sheet form. So you should have already done so. We have about half the class has already done it. If you haven't done it yet, your advisor will put into the chat the link for the form, or you can also find it here at this tiny URL. This is the form that is where you talk about your accomplishments, what you've been able to do for community service, extracurriculars, what are some obstacles you've overcome. So really good information for them to write the best letter possible. It also is a way that we can see what your preferences are for who you want to write your letter recommendation. So please, if you've not done this, please get this done as soon as possible. We have a goal of getting 100% of the class in by May 7th. So we're halfway there. Let's keep working hard to get our brag sheets complete. After you do your brag sheets, this is a step that we did not get to in junior seminar, but you need to do today in advisory, is we need to formally request that letter recommendation from our teachers and staff members. The reason why that we are asking you to do it through email is that this is a professional skill that you're going to use in college and career after high school. If you go on to graduate school, you apply for a job or any type of career, you're going to need to ask for letters, recommendation, and references, and it's best practice to always use email to communicate with them. It's also really important to communicate with your teachers and staff members. You want to make sure that they're willing to write a letter and not to assume that they are going to do it. It also provides an opportunity to share why you want them to write their letter. It's really great for teachers to see that you care about them and that you really appreciate them and respect them, and your teachers love receiving this personal communication. Do you want to note again that this is a request, it's not a guarantee. Teachers may say no to your request. If they do, that's totally their call, and just ask another teacher. They may have too many to write, they may not have enough to say about you, but know that, again, your teachers care about you and it may not be the right fit for that letter. So we want to make sure that you're starting to ask people as soon as possible to get the best letter for your applications next year. So in order to secure your letter recommendation, you need to email your top two choices and formally ask them to write it. To prove that you did this, you'll need to CC a member of the college team on your email. If you're wondering what CC means, when you open an email, and I'll show you in a second, these are the email addresses you need to CC for myself, either Ms. Davies or Mr. Ferrer. So put us in the email as well. But again, to CC, when you open an email, there's a CC button. You're going to then put our email address right there. That way that we receive the contact as well, just so we can keep you in the loop of what's going on. To look up either myself or a teacher, if you click the to or CC button, you can type your teacher's name in there, and it gives you access to the email address for all the different teachers and staff members. So for example, if you wanted to find me, type my first name, Justin, last name, Wellham. I'll pop up, double click this, and it will show up in your email as well. We have given you a sample script that you can use to email your teachers. This script has to be edited, so please do not copy and paste this completely. But again, put Dear Mr. or Miss, so you put Dear Mr. Wellham, Dear Miss Davies. In the blue, you would select one of these things, talk about some of the programs you're applying for next year, list why you're asking this person. You could say things like, I really enjoyed your AP Spanish class. I learned a lot in advisory when I was a 10th grade student, whatever reasons you want. And then a sentence or two about appreciating their time and willingness to meet with them. And then please do not pick thank you so much sincerely and with gratitude. Pick one of them and sign your name. Your advisor should have put into the chat the guide that you can use to copy and paste this. If you did not get that, you can also find it at tinyurl.com/CV letter of rec guide. So you can also put that there. Please, please, please hear this again. Do not be that student every single year. There's one or two who just copy and paste that directly. and don't change it. And it doesn't make them look like a very smart student. So don't copy and paste it, edit it. So make sure that you are proofreading. This is a formal request. So you want to really think intentionally about what you say and put a lot of thought into it because your teachers want to make sure that you are taking them seriously as you request this letter recommendation. So your checklist for the day before you leave advisory, make sure you fill out that brag sheet. The tiny URL is there. Email your teachers who are writing your letters and CC either myself, Miss Davies, or Mr. Ferrer. You don't need to do all three of us, just pick one. And that's the handout for the letter of rec guide. Thank you so much. Enjoy the day and can't wait to see those letter of recommendation requests come through. Bye, everyone.